Hello, welcome to Yoga with Weight. So today we're going to do some yoga poses without weight, and then we'll incorporate some weights with those poses. So none of the poses are crazy out there. If you've been practicing with me, they're all things you've seen before. We're just adding the additional benefit of resistance and weight training with the weight. I've got a set of 2 pounds and 5 pounds here. I like to use heavier weights, mainly on lower body exercises, but I will also show you a way that you can power up as needed. And then we've got at least one exercise here where I prefer a lighter weight. So that's why I've got those. And again, if you've got a lighter weight, I will show you ways to power up when appropriate. If you are new, I recommend not practicing with weight because if your form is not good without the weight, form will not magically improve with the weight. And not obviously, but it actually will usually make form worse. So focus on form first and then add in the weights. And then you can always come back to this practice as you become stronger, acting heavier weights as needed and appropriate for you. So we're going to use a strap at the end. We will want that stretch at the end with the strap. And then I'm sitting on a blanket and I will use this blanket most likely throughout for knee cushion. So have what you need. Finding a nice comfortable seat, ears, shoulders, and hips in alignment, zipping up that front body. And just settle in. Now, another thing you can do here, as at the time of this recording, we're in kind of mid-October. We've got some nice fall weather happening. This is a great time to start incorporating a heated practice if you like that. So I actually heated this room with a space heater before we got going. And then from here, once you're ready, let's take the hands to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. And we'll take this up and reach. Looking up there, grow taller from crown to tail as you bring those arms down. One more time. Palms coming up. Reach, 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 reach. Looking up there. Exhale, bringing hands down. Creating that intention for your practice. So maybe that intention is to build a little bit more strength, some stability, strength in general. Remember, strength doesn't always have to be physical strength. There's also mental and emotional strength. And then from here, once you have that set, we'll take this up. Reach, reach, reach. Let's prepare the body. Get a nice side bend towards the left. Just reaching over, breathing and expanding. And then moving through center, taking it to the other side, reaching over, breathing and expanding that rib cage. And then coming back up, let's take a gentle twist towards the left, reaching arms down, rolling the shoulders back, looking more behind you. Breathe and expand. Could you turn your head just a little bit more, getting a little bit of a neck stretch more through here? And then we're going to lift and come back to center and rotate. Other side, taking arms down, rolling shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. And then finding that little bit of a neck stretch here. And lifting up and returning to center. Let's go into some shoulder rolls here. So I'm going to take my arms out to the side, hands to the shoulders, moving forward and back. Good. Now, as I'm taking my elbows back, I'm really squeezing those shoulder blades, and I'm trying to touch them together when I come to the front while not popping my chest around. If this feels good to you, stay here. Maybe you want to take this into some circles. And then maybe reversing the circles. And then maybe even taking this into some chicken wings here, just lifting up and lifting down. Good. Let's take this forward into all fours. All fours. We're going to keep this basic right now for cat-cow. So I'm just going to leave this folded here for the moment. So I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide, rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Knees can be under the hips or slightly wider if you've got a cranky back. Belly button is in. Taking that chest forward, tipping the pelvis back, nice cow pose. And then let's really press away, looking towards the thighs, madcap pose. So inhale, taking the spine into some extension. Exhale, taking the spine into some flexion. So move here at your pace, your breath, just loosening things up. And even so, as you're here, if it would feel good to you to just get a side bend on one side and then the other side, kind of play with that movement. And then once you're ready, we're going to make our way into a plank, So you can walk your fingers forward here and come into a knee down plank if you want that. Or from here, reach one leg long behind you, press into the hands as you reach the other leg long behind you, and be in a nice high plank. So I'm kind of puffing up the chest a little bit here. I want to push the shoulders away from the ears. So I'm pushing that floor away from me. My belly button is in. Maybe press back through the heels a little bit if you're lifted. Good. And then from here with bent knees, just sink back, little child's pose. So take your feet where you need to take them for this child's pose, and then we'll get organized here. So we're still spreading the fingers nice and wide, rooting through knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb, pressing them then forward into the mat. I'm going to let my head and neck hang free, ears by the biceps. Hips, knees, feet are about hip width apart, and they're in relative alignment facing forward. Now I'm pressing away from my shoulders. I'm turning elbows towards the ceiling. Good. Pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. You can lengthen and bend. You can walk your dog, bending one knee at a time. You can come high on the toes and drop. Find what feels good to you. Maybe a combination of all of those. And then once you're ready, good, find some stillness. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. So if you can't touch the floor, remember you can always come to your shins or your thighs, lengthening here. And I didn't cue blocks. I won't be cueing anything specifically with them, but especially if you're not doing this practice with the weights, good, exhale and fold, then blocks might be helpful for a low lunge. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway one more time. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes. Let's rise all the way up. Put the load in the legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your breath, your mountain, your intention. Good. As we continue to warm up here, we're going to take this right into 4 sun salute A's. Inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. I'm going to modify this one. Good. From down dog when you're ready. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and I'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and we'll lift. Exhale and fold. Always bend knees as needed. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Try not to collapse to the shoulders. Knees down if you need to do that. Skip it entirely if you need to do that. Practicing with collapsed shoulders can cause a rotator cuff injury. So be mindful of your limitations. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Number 3, inhale and we lift. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Again, I'm going to modify this one. Finding your way back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knee. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Put the load into the legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one. Inhale, and we lift. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Okay. And finding a nice downward facing dog here. Once you've made it to your down dog, drop those knees, find a child's pose. Knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. Arms can reach long in front of you or to the ankles. Good. Find a nice stretchy child's pose here. Make it active, so we're still zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Breathing and expanding. Return to that intention that you made for yourself a moment ago. And then from here, once you're ready, good. We're going to come up from there just a little bit. We're just going to get a little bit more of a stretch to the upper body. So walking the hands over to the right, walking left fingertips forward, lifting the hip, pressing into that right hand, sink towards the left. Breathe and expand. We're going to get right into this area in a little bit. And then we'll come up, walking back center, half or full child's pose here to reset the spine. And then when you're ready, good, we'll come back up, walking over towards the left, walking right fingertips forward, lifting the hips, pressing the left hand in, and sink towards the right. Breathe and expand. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll lift and we'll come back center. Good. We're going to take this back into all fours now. So for this one, because we're going to be here for a little bit, I am going to bring in a knee cushion. I'm going to bring in my blanket. Good. Now, from here, I'm going to grab one 2-pound weight, and then I'm going to grab one 5-pound weight. Now, if you only have one set of weights, that's okay. You're going to use both of those. But I'm going to show you different ways to modify for different body parts and different levels of strength. So from here, we're just going to do a basic opposite arm leg lift without any weights to start. So I'm going to take my left leg back. Good. And then my right arm's going to come forward. I'm pressing the floor away with that left shoulder. And then I'm going to lift. Careful you don't lift too high. You get that little dip in the back. So you want that nice flat back. Good. And I'm just going to reach. And my belly button is in. Good. Now, those of you that aren't going to add weight here in a moment, good. Take that right into the other side. You can stay with this. This actually gets harder the more that you do and the longer that you hold them, regardless of level. Good. Let's do one more on each side without the weight. This is balance and core challenge here. And other side. Good. And take that down. Good. So if you need to come back real quick, shake something out, do so. We're going to work upper body first here. So I'm going to use my lighter weight. So I'm going to use my 2-pound weight here. So I'm just going to grab that with my right hand. Good. And I'm going to kind of do a more of a hammer curl position instead of here. I'm going to hold just like this. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take that left leg out. Good. And then once I lift it, my belly button is in. Then I'll lift the arm. Good. And then I'm going to lower and lift. And lower and lift. And 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now I'm going to switch sides, switching hands. Good. Whenever we're ready, good. Taking the opposite leg back. I've got my nice grip. I'm going to lift my leg first. Good. And then my arm. And here we go. 5. Squeeze the shoulder and the glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'm going to take this into the lower body. So my lower body is stronger than my upper body. So I'm going to bring in my 5-pound weight here. Again, you use what you have. I'm going to take that right behind here. Good. And then from here, good. My belly button is in. Good. And I'm going to give you some options here. You can keep both hands grounded and do this lift. Okay. You can take your opposite arm forward and do the lift. Maximum challenge, add that weight with the arm and do the lift. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go 1, 2. I feel it in my abs. 3, 4, 5. Good. I'm going to take the hand down. I'm going to take this leg out to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'm going to release. Get any little breaks here that you need, and we'll set up for the other side. So now I'm going to take that same 5-pound weight to the other side. So if you notice, and most people do or will, you're going to have a stronger side and a weaker side. I want to caution you not to always do a heavier weight on your stronger side and a weaker leg on the weaker side, because then you will always have that imbalance. Okay, so start with the weaker leg, the weaker weight on both sides. Let the weaker side catch up, and then add weight from there. So from here, again, you can have both hands grounded, one arm out, just do the leg, or you can add the upper body weight with it. So whenever you're ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take that weight down, both hands grounded, the leg goes out to the side. 1, use the ab. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. I'm going to remove that weight. I'm going to sink back, child's pose. Woo! From here, I'm going to get my weights ready while I'm down here. So I'm going to get my 2 heavier pieces. And then I'm just going to have the 2 lighter pieces just in case I need them. And then from here, whenever you're ready, find your way to your downward facing dog. Your downward facing dog. And you can kind of use this as an opportunity to do a little stretchy here. Pressing in and forward into the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, maybe walking the dog. And then finding stillness in that dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and fold. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Take a moment here, reconnect with your intention and your breath. Good. We're going to take this into chair pose. Chair pose. So I'm going to squat here to get my 5-pound weight. Good. I want us to be about hip width apart here today. Make sure that the toes are even to each other. And I'm just going to keep my weight at my side. So getting into all 4 corners of the feet, zipping up that belly button. I'm going to sit back into my nice chair pose here. Now it's true, the deeper you go in the chair, the harder you make it. Main thing here, I want you to feel the glutes. I want you to get into the heels. Okay. Spine is long, belly button is in. Good. Now pressing through the heels and the glutes, we're going to come all the way back up. We'll take that again. Now, depending on what weights you have here, you can always make this heavier. So if I wanted to go up to my 5-pound weights, I've got 2-pound weights there. I can combine those for 7 pounds on each side or 14 pounds total. And drive and come back up. And we'll come back down. Belly button stays in. Drive through the heels and the glutes and come back up. Now we're going to add a clean and press here. So if you're not sure what that means or what that's going to look like, we'll start here. Palms are going to come up. We're going to press, clean, rotate and press. We'll come down and lower and come back into that squat. So I'll cue us through it. So find your chair, turning the palms forward. Good. Press into the heels and the glutes. Come to standing. Bicep curl. Rotate as you take up over the shoulders. Rotate as you bring it back down. Release the arms. Find your chair. Press through the glutes. Find your curl. Rotate and lift. Rotate and lower. Release the curl. Find your squat. Good. And again, taking it back up. And go. So your heart rate might come up a little bit here because we're working the lower and the upper body together. And you might get a little sweaty here, especially if you're like me and you heated up your room before you started your practice. Good. Let's try one more time. Taking this up and clean and press and lower and release. Good. Take a little squat here to release your weight. Plant the hands. Step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Don't be afraid to modify. You're working hard here with the weight. Good. From your downward facing dog, left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Let's open just a little bit here towards the left. Good. Strong, even upper body. And then from here, hip and knee are going to come back even to the floor. I'm going to round as I step or pick up and put the right foot forward between the hands. I'm going to warrior prep that back foot. So about turning everything out 45-ish degrees. Be strong and stable. Rise. Find a warrior one. Front hip's going to come back. Zipping up that front body. Hip, knee, and toe track forward. Knee tracks towards pinky toe. Strong to the back edge of the back foot. Strong in the back leg. Breathe. Find your intention. Good. Now from here, we're going to lengthen the front leg. We're going to open a little bit here. We're going to find a warrior two. Good. So as I bend and come in, I'm being mindful that my knee's tracking towards the pinky toe. My front hip's going to come back. That's going to help the knee track towards the pinky toe. And I'm just going to open my chest to the side and reach. Good. So I'm pressing into the heels. I'm pressing into the outer edges of the feet. I'm pressing into big toe mounds. Whole foot. Good. Let's lengthen, come back here just for a moment. And then coming back into that warrior two. Watch that knee traction. Let's get a little stretch. So lengthen, forearm down, and reach overhead. And when you're ready, good. Coming back, warrior two. We'll cartwheel that down. Swivel up the back foot. Front foot steps back. You choose take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one. And then from the down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward between your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. While we're down here, grab your weight. We're going to do another set of those chairs with the clean and press before we go to the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and bend the knees as I come up here. Good. Just rolling shoulders back, getting situated. Good. Let's take that right into the clean and press. So turn the palms forward. Good. Find your chair. Get organized in your chair first. So find the heels, find the glutes, long spine, belly button is in. And press the standing. We'll curl, rotate and press up. Rotate on the down and release. And chair squat. And press. And curl. And rotate on the lift. And rotate on the down. And release. And chair. and press through those heels and glutes, and clean, and press, and rotate as you lower, and again, and press, and clean, and press, and rotate as you lower. And last time, find the chair. Maybe go a little bit deeper this time if you can. Pressing up, bicep curl, rotate overhead press, rotate on the down, and release. Find your squat here to release the weight. Plant your hand, step or hop back to plank. You choose take or skip your flow. I'm going to skip this one. Good. Now I'm going to switch sides here just so you don't see my backside through this other side. From downward facing dog, when you're ready, your right leg's going to lift 3 points, bending that knee, opening up to the right, strong, even upper body. Feel that nice little stretchy here. And then when you're ready, hip and knee are going to come back even to the floor. Good. We're going to round, step, or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep the left side. And once you're strong and stable, rise, warrior one. Front hip will come back. Good. Back hip comes forward, zipping up. Watch your tracking here. Strong, powerful warrior one. How strong can you be today? Mind, body, and spirit. Good. I'm going to lengthen that front leg as I transition, coming into a warrior two. Good. And then coming back in. So my front hip's going to come back. Good. Chest is going to open. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm reaching. Strong warrior two. Strong in the feet, the heels, the balls of the feet, the edges of the feet, the pinky toe mount, everything in that foot. Good. Maybe lengthen for a moment coming out of there. Just find a little stretch. And then finding warrior two. Let's find a modified extended side angle. So lengthening, forearm to the side and reaching over. Reaching. And coming back up, warrior two. Make it your best one. And we'll cartwheel that down. Good. Cleaning the hands, swiveling up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From your beautiful downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. All right. I'm going to come to the top of my mat. I'm going to get a little bit of a drink of my tea. I feel like my voice is starting to fade a little bit here. And then I'm going to come back and we'll come to the next flow. So this next flow, we're going to flow down to the floor for a low lunge. So I'm going to have my blanket at the ready because I'm going to bring that in for a knee cushion. We'll be down there for a while. So from here, big inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, I'm going to step my right foot back. Good. Grabbing that blanket. I'm going to step or stick is a better word to say. That blanket here. So I've got that nice knee cushion here under my right foot. Good. Now, I'm going to bring in my 2 5-pound weights here, but I'm going to show you something you can do. So from here, good, I'm going to carefully come up here. And those of you that are not using weights, you'll have an opportunity to move with us without weights in a moment, but you're just going to practice this little balance challenge right here. Good. So what we're going to do here is a French press. We're going to get into the triceps here. So regardless of what weight you have, you can do this with one weight, holding like this, coming back here. Or you can do what I call, I'm going to do a Mary, and I'm going to take both of my weights together. So now I've got 10 pounds because I'm using 2 5-pound weights. You can do 2 4-pound weights if you've got those, or 2 2-pound weights. Good. Find what you need. Good. Find your grip. And I'm going to reach up here. Good. I want my ears and my biceps to squeeze into each other. Good. And I'm going to bend straight back. And I'm going to press all the way through. 1, 2, belly button stays in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. I'm just going to bring those out from the front of me. I'm going to bring those weights down. We're going to come into a twist here. So I'm going to take my right hand to the floor. I'm going to make sure I'm nice and long in the torso. And I'm going to open up to the left. Now, some of you might stay here. Some of you are going to rotate and open, opening up that shoulder just a little bit more. Breathe and expand. And then I'm going to release. And I'm going to come down. While I'm down here, I'm going to grab my weights again. So now we're going to do a single arm row. So for this one, you can have your other hand grounded. You just want to make sure you've got length. I'm going to come up here and take my left forearm on my thigh. Good. 1 weight or 2 weights, depending on what you have, depending on your level. I'm going to reach those weights forward. My belly button is in. I'm going to pull that weight straight back. I'm squeezing that shoulder blade. My elbow is tight into the body. Good. And here we go. 7, 6, 5, belly button is in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to remove my weight. My hands are going to come down. Half split pose. Sinking back, lengthening this leg, lengthening that torso. Woo! Feels really good to get out of there. Whenever you're ready, we're going to come forward. Good. I'm going to move my weight out of the way here, planting my hands, tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. And then from the down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knee, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, roll bow. Now we're going to step the left foot back, the left foot back. Good. And I'm going to let that left knee come down here too. So I'm going to cushion that knee. Good. And then just kind of find that nice little lunge. Good. So again, if you're not going to use weight, this might be where you choose to stay here for a moment. Those of us that are using them, we're going to do a second set of those French presses on the other side. So 1 weight or 2 weights here. Find yours. Find the grip that suits you. Elbows are in. We're squeezing into the ears. My belly button is in here. Good. Elbows come straight back. And we're going to press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So I'm going to carefully remove those down. Good. From here, going into the twist. Left hand comes down to the floor, opening up to the right. Good. You can stay here or you can rotate and open some more. Opening up that shoulder, looking behind you. Try not to let this knee splay out to the side here if you're doing that one. And then we'll take that back down. And we'll prepare for the single arm row here. So again, you can stay down here. Good. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to rest my forearm on my thigh. Good. I'm going to pick up my weights. Find a different grip on this side. There we go. Reaching forward. Also careful not to hang here. We want to be nice and strong. And here we go. 8. The elbow stays in. Really squeeze that shoulder blade. And we've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to release those, hands down, come back, get a nice stretch here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good, lengthening the torso. All right, from here, when you're ready, I'm going to come forward. Good. I'm going to plant the hands, tuck the back leg, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip that flow. I'm going to skip this one. From your down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding your breath, your mountain, your intention. Good. All right, we're going to go into a standing challenge here. So I'm going to squat to grab my weight. I'm going to squat as I come back up. Good. So I've got my 5 pounds. You take what you need. We're going to come to a high crescent. So I'm going to take my right leg back here. Good. I do not want to anchor this foot, okay? Because we're going to be doing dips. And if this back foot is anchored, this just doesn't do very good things for the knee and the hip. So make sure you've got parallel railroad tracks going on here. I'm going to keep my weight right here. There's some of you that maybe just want to practice this balance challenge that's being right here with or without the weight, and that's fine. Others, we're going to dip. We're going to dip that back knee. You want to keep the box here so this knee is over behind the ankle. So how deep you go depends on your own body. Good. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Now, you can do everything we just did. You can just stand here, find your balance. You can dip for another set of 5. Or you can add the bicep curls with the dip, or just do the bicep curls by themselves. Make it your practice. And here we go. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. I'm going to step forward, and we're going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to step back now. Left foot comes back. Good. Find your placement. Remember, with the parallel railroad tracks, you remember you can always just be here. This is a balance challenge, just being here, even without the weights. So choose what you need. Belly button is in. If you're dipping with me, it's the back knee that's going to bend, and we're going to go 1. Watch that box. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay with those. Stay with the balance. Bicep curls only, or add biceps with the dips. And here we go. 1, 2. Come back to your intention. 3, 4, and 5. Woo! Taking that up. Front foot steps up. Squat to release those weights. Pressing all the way through. Whew. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to flow to the floor and stay there. It is time for our stretching sequences. Stretching sequences. Big inhale and reach. Exhale and we'll hold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale. Step or hop back to plank. Take or skip that last flow of this class. And then once you're ready, find that nice downward facing dog. Well, sorry. From the down dog, find a child's pose. We want that child's pose. Find that. And let everything just go here. Let the belly go here. And knowing you're welcome to stay here as long as you want or need. Otherwise, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to find my strap. Good. I'm just going to go ahead and take this blanket. I'm going to use this blanket in Shavasana. We're not doing an inversion today. So I'm going to go ahead and take that behind my neck because I know that that's safe to do that. Okay. So once I get settled down in here, good. Let's take that right foot into the strap, right foot into the strap. If you're okay, you can take this leg long. Your back will let you know if that's a good or a bad idea. But from here, find a nice grip that's appropriate for your level, keeping a micro bend in this knee. And we're going to bring that leg into the face. Yeah, nice, soothing hamstring stretch here. Breathe into it, reconnecting with breath, reconnecting with intention. I am strong today. If you made it with me this far, that is a true statement. I am strong today, whether that's physical strength or mental strength. You've got it. Good. We'll release both straps into the right hand. Both hips are going to stay grounded. Let that right leg go out to the right. Wiggle around, find your optimal stretchy spot. And you can always reach this left leg long in front of you, left arm long behind you. Just a little bit of an added bonus there. And we're going to come up. Good. Arcing that leg over, changing your hands. Good. Wiggle around here. Find your optimal stretch. You can move the foot around as well, or you can take this over into a full stretch, or twist rather. Move out a little bit away from my wall. Good. So you do want to be able to keep, if you're going into the full twist, to keep the leg in line with the hip. Don't let the foot flop on the floor. Prop that up with something if you can. Breathe and expand. It feels so good. And I told you, everybody will want these stretches today. And we'll come back up. Good. As I remove that foot from the strap, we're going to cross that ankle over the knee. Find your figure four. And for some of you, that might be here. Others, you might be able to bring it in or thread it through here. Find yours. It should feel really, really good as well. And one of those hurts so good stretches. And when we're ready, good, we'll release from there. Good. We're going to take that all to the other side. I'm just going to move a little bit more for center. Good. Taking the strap or the left foot into the strap, left foot into the strap. Right leg can be long if it's okay for the back. Otherwise, keep a bend in the knee and then find your grip that's appropriate for you. Find your stretch. Your upper body stays grounded here. And release. Both straps into the left hand. Good, both hips will stay grounded. Take that left leg out to the left. Maybe right arm reaches behind. You want that little bonus stretch. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good, switching out the hands, arcing over. If this is what you need, stay here or take it over full spinal twist, keeping leg in line with the hip. And then coming back up, removing that foot. Good. Find your figure four on this side. However you need to find it. Might not be the one that I'm doing. Find the one that you need to do. It feels so, so good. And then when you're ready, so we'll take that down. We're going to do a psoas stretch here with a shoulder stretch combined before we come into a short shavasana today. So I'm going to take my feet as wide as my mat. My arms can come to the side. Good. Just get a little windshield wiper here for a moment. Belly button is in. Good. Now let the knees go over to the right. As long as everything on the left side feels okay, you can stay here or move on. If you're moving on, it's going to be the right ankle on top of that left thigh. Make sure you're on the thigh. And you're just going to let gravity give you the stretch. And then from here, it's going to be the right arm crossed on top of the left. You can hug yourself and squeeze or find a wrap here, moving forward and back. Okay. And when you're ready, we'll release. Good. Take your feet back to center, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to take that to the other side. So now I'm going to let my legs or my knees rather go to the left. As long as everything on this right side feels okay, you can stay there or pick up that ankle, place it right on top of the thigh. From here, left arm's going to come in front of the right. You can hug yourself or wrap yourself here. And find that stretch. And then releasing. One more time, let the knees go side to side. Knees can come into the chest. We have arrived at Savasana. So you can let everything come long and flop open. You can put a bend in the knees. You can be on your side, be on your belly, be where you can be for a few short moments where you're not fidgeting around. Make yourself about 10% more comfortable. I'll leave you right here, coming back to your intention one more time. And taking those deep breaths. Choose stillness. Or taking head and neck from side to side, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Choosing stillness or bringing those knees back into the chest, keeping upper body grounded, or maybe tucking the chin and lifting up, full body height. And choosing stillness, removing anything out of the way that you may have used during your short Shavasana time. Taking legs long in front of you, arms long behind you. Find that nice full body stretch from the fingers to the toes, pointing and flexing through the feet, bending and stretching through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then from here, whenever you're ready, bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over to the right or left side that works best for you in this moment. Taking all the time that you need here. But when you're ready, lifting yourself up to a comfortable seat where we started our practice. Noticing how you feel. Big inhale and reach, touching those palms together. Exhale as you bring them down. Touch those thumbs right in front of the forehead for good and true thoughts. To the lips for good and kind words. And to the heart for open and loving hearts. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you be strong. May you always find your strength. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.